Convicted Canadian killer Luca Magnotta is now serving his sentence at a medium security prison. The Correctional Service of Canada did not say where he was sent, but confirmed the transfer actually happened in 2022. Magnotta made international headlines in 2012 for the brutal killing and dismemberment of Chinese university student Jun Lin in Montreal.
Luca Magnotta, a name synonymous with brutality and digital depravity, first shocked the online world with videos of unspeakable animal cruelty. What began as disturbing displays soon escalated into something far more horrific, culminating in a crime that has forever altered the landscape of true crime. In the early 2000s, Magnotta posted explicit footage of his heinous acts against animals. These raw, unfiltered videos spread across online forums, igniting widespread outrage. His actions hinted at a darkness within him, a hunger for attention and power that only intensified over time. He transformed his cruelty into a public spectacle, carefully crafting an online persona that blurred the lines between performance art and cold-blooded murder. By May 2012, his depravity reached a horrifying climax. A Chinese international student named Jun Lin vanished under mysterious circumstances, and his dismembered body was later discovered in a state of extreme mutilation. Magnotta not only committed the murder, he documented it. The infamous video, known as One Lunatic, One Ice Pick, captured his calculated brutality, turning a violent act into a digital performance meant to shock and terrify. The footage was explicit and unyielding, showing his deliberate use of an ice pick, the dismemberment of his victim, and his disturbing nonchalance while recording his actions. Every frame testified to a mind steeped in depravity, a performance designed to immortalize his cruelty. International news outlets seized upon the case, and what began as an isolated incident evolved into a global phenomenon. Authorities launched an unprecedented manhunt, gathering surveillance footage, cell phone records, and digital footprints that spanned continents. The internet became his stage, amplifying his notoriety and deepening the mystery of his actions. Investigators soon uncovered chilling details. Magnotta's crimes were not random acts of violence. They were meticulously planned performances. He sent letters and packages containing body parts to political offices in Canada, a grotesque signature intended to taunt authorities and cement his infamy. These actions transformed his crime into a media spectacle, blurring the boundaries between real-life violence and digital art. In the courtroom, the full extent of Magnotta's depravity was revealed. Overwhelming evidence, including explicit video recordings, forensic data, and extensive digital logs, painted a picture of a man both methodical and disturbingly indifferent. Despite the mountain of evidence, Magnotta maintained a chilling calm throughout the proceedings, his lack of remorse intensifying the public's horror. In 2014, he was convicted on multiple counts, including first-degree murder, and sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Yet, even locked behind prison walls, his digital legacy endures. Although mainstream platforms have heavily censored much of the explicit footage, these images and videos continue to circulate in the dark corners of the internet. They serve as grim reminders that in our hyper-connected world, the worst crimes are not hidden, they are broadcast for all to see. Documentaries and news reports continue to dissect the case from every angle. The legacy of his digital footprint has forced platforms to reconsider their moderation policies and spark discussions about the power of the internet to amplify violence. His case remains a benchmark in the study of cyber ethics and modern criminality. In the aftermath, his explicit recordings have become permanent, unsettling relics of cruelty. Though often heavily edited for public viewing, these images and videos continue to reappear in the darker recesses of the web, igniting debates over censorship, freedom of expression, and the moral responsibilities of online platforms. Magnotta's name endures as a grim reminder that the digital age has transformed the nature of violence, turning isolated acts of brutality into global spectacles. As the digital noise fades and the screen goes dark, one undeniable truth emerges. In our era of perpetual connectivity, The worst crimes are not hidden in shadows, they are broadcast for the world.